So, yeah, when I was a young bloke, the earliest recollection would be Dad and his next door neighbour, Tom Lyon. They'd get together out in the yard, sitting in the shade of the tractor, digging lines, gum nuts in the dust, talking bowls instead of out working. That's my earliest recollection. But as far as family goes, I weren't aware of Tom's success. We knew Dad played bowls, but had no relevance to us. But we sure did have a lot of laughs with Dad and Tom out in the shade of the tractor.
No, because Pete didn't really take it up until after our kids were born, because we both played footy and netball, and then it was getting too hard with the kids. So Pete said, well, I'll play netball.
No, I won't.
I'll play the netball, and you'll play football. So, go to bowls. So that's how we did it.
Probably the first time we realised, or I realised, is when he played in the Victorian sets play on television, which he ended up winning and winning and then getting through to the state final. And that's probably when it dawned on us that, yeah, he's going okay. I wasn't playing bowls at that stage, but no, Dad just disappeared on a Saturday and then come home Saturday night and off to tournaments, and that's just the way it was.
And Mum to milk the cow.
Yes, absolutely. But until he won that Victorian sets play, that's when we sort of realised, hey, yeah, Jeffrey goes all right. Because they wouldn't win premierships. I think they won one in 83, 84.
As a team.
So, you know, there's not a lot of excitement, not many finals. So that was when we realised.
Now, Bernie, you married into the royal family of Gale Bowls. So was the sport ever on your radar?
Oh, no, Pete will tell you, I said hell would freeze over before I would join. Because to me it was too slow, and I just thought I wouldn't get it. And then, I don't know, we got so involved. I was here all the time with him anyway. I used to look after Mari so Jeff could play, run the bar so they all could play between looking after Mari and whatever. And then when Mari passed away, Pete said, oh well, you haven't got an excuse now because I'll get someone else to mind the bar. And I still took another year. And then I finally said, yep, righto. And it was like all these Christmases had come at once. I was going to play bowls.
About 92. So I think Brett was 2 years old, and that's when it was getting awkward with the footy and netball. So, and serious, it probably took me 5 or 6 years to sort of go up the grades, up and down, and Jeff Cameron rebuilt my delivery at one stage when I was really down. So it was probably as we approached the 2000s.
And yourself, Bernie, when did you actually put your first bowl down in an independent competition?
Probably about 5 years ago. I filled in for the first year, and then it was nearly every week I filled in, and then I just gave up. So I played, yeah, 5 years ago I started.
And how long before you sort of started to say, hey, I want to try and get into this?
I enjoy it and I work at it, but I haven't probably got there yet.
Well, I don't know where that information come from because I was useless at most things. So footy, obviously, worst footballer God ever gave breath to. That summer was tennis, following in Jeff's footsteps again, and Mum played. And when I got into my sort of late teens, it was water skiing. Water skiing, come camping, until bowls become the summer sport.
And yourself, Bernie?
So I'm from I'm one of 11 and we're not a sporting family. So the boys that are old, I'm the third youngest. So none of the others really played sport. We played netball and I played tennis, but other than that, I'm probably the only one that sort of followed through and played sport all the way through. So I was quite good at netball, not so good at tennis. I played, but yeah. So probably netball I've done pretty recently. We've won a fair few premierships. It helps that you have a good team behind you.
Yeah, beautiful. Yep, you turn up and they look and you say, geez, you're a man, and Chooky used to give some hidings, we're going to get stuck into you. So we copped that for a little while, that, you know, words to that ilk. So yeah, the reputation preceded us, and yeah, we copped it for a while until we could learn to hold our own. But we had to, you know, I was lucky enough to play with Camo and Dad at their peak, and they took Camo's son Shane and myself out to tournaments. So we were raised well, and we did improve over time, and then, yep, and now it's, you know, we talk about the third and fourth generations coming through, and people can hardly wait.
I'd be one of the succulents. I'll be down the bottom.
Well, I thought I was above Bernie for a while, but after this season, we know who the best bowler in our house is. It's now Bernie.
No, I don't know about that.
So, no, there's a few ahead of me now. Yeah, that was Mick Humphries.
Had you played in one before?
That was I've played in 4 and won 3. So Mick Humphries was first, and as Albie Smith said, well, that's the easy one. Getting the next one's the hardest. So the next one was Jeff Tinning. So we come out on a stinking hot day. The greens were quick, and I was lucky enough to get over him. Not many people did that. And my final one was Usher. And we had a ding-dong battle until the wind got the better of Ush. It was a great game. And last season, Matty Liverton got hold of me. So, you know, he's, in my eyes, the best bowler in the Campaspe Valley, in the Division 1s, and has been for a long, long time. And I gave him a run for his money, but that's all I did. Give him a run for his money.
So I didn't get a choice. Pete just put my name down to go in the championships. So the first year I actually come runners up to Ruth Lenny. So that was all right. But a lot of we don't have many women as well in ours, and a lot of them won't go in it. So then the next year I played Ruth again in the grand final, and I managed to get over her then. And then the following year I played
Jenny Golds.
So I went pretty well in that game. And the last 2 years I've just missed out on getting the grand final both of the other two. So got tipped. So not too bad out of 5 years, I suppose.
Well, we weren't forced to. We chose to, because we won them relatively easy, really. And we thought we better split up, and that's when Brad started. So I said to Baz, you might as well grab Brad. And Jeffrey was looking for a partner then, so I was a bit cagey and grabbed Jeffrey. But we haven't had too much success, Jeffrey and I. We got to the final this year. That's our first final. It was a great game. It was a really ripping game. One of us got a bit lucky on a couple of shots and kept us in the game, but the Hammonds were too good. So hopefully we'll win it 1 year, but if we don't, can't go past having a game with your old man and with his reputation and all of that.
We've always played in them, but always missed out.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get there one
We
day.
run into a certain combination called John Riedel and Betty Oswalds.
They keep winning.
Yeah, and they've knocked us out probably the last 3 years.
We're still in it at the moment.
And they've gone on and won the titles, but yeah, we're playing off this year, so it could be our year. We've got Brad and Sally for a place in the final.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had a thought about it. So if I was picking the dream rink, I'd have Baz leading. I'd follow up with Chuka to keep the scorecard, so you'd have to keep a leash on him. And Brad and Jeffrey in his heyday would be the skipper.
Bernie, have you had a chance to think about it, or you run the same lines?
Yeah, I suppose I wouldn't. I'd sort of have Pete and your dad, so I'd probably lead, and your dad second, and Brad and you skip.
That sounds fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's being a rural club, it's hard work attracting new members. We don't have retirees with big reputations coming in. So we work hard as a club. I had 17 teams this year for night bowls, and that's where our new members come from. And the school's been really good. We've had bowls on the school program for a fair while, and we've had 4 teams that make finals in my time. That's probably over 20 years.
State finals.
The state finals, and runners up this year in the state, which was fantastic. And the boss is keen to go again. So the kids like it as a part of their PE program. They like the success, winning at Moama and then going down to state. It's pretty special, particularly for those kids who don't play sports, and we've had kids involved in those teams. But getting them to give up their footy, netball, swimming, tennis, and it's encouraged to play those sports. But we've got young Sam Sawati playing this year. We've got young Kaylee playing. Brax and Ava have come through and played some, so a couple of those are tinning, so they get pressured. But it'll be great when the time comes that they see bowls as something they can do.
Because we sort of both coach them, and it's amazing some of the talent out there with those kids.
There is some talent out there, and particularly at the moment, the last couple of years, this year, we've really got some talented kids.
Right, if you could choose only one of these three, what order would they be in? Winning a bowls premiership, watching Tongala win a football premiership after 40 years, and winning a mixed championship together.
Well, on that list, I've already got two. So to get that third one, getting our mixed one would be my priority.
That would be my top.
Who loves bowls more?
Bernie now. Hell
Oh,
has frozen over. It's official. Getting her off the bowling green is bloody hard.
Bowls. It's Pete. Pete thinks it's, bowls, the dogs, and then I might come in a third, I reckon.
Who gets more nervous before a big game?
Probably me.
Yeah, definitely Bernie.
Which one of you will play bowls the longest?
Probably
Bernie.
Pete.
No, Bernie, because you'll live longer than me.
Okay.
And who will win the next singles title?
Pete. I reckon you'll do. You've had a good year.
No, Bernie's got room for improvement, and there's too much talent in this club for me to handle these days. So.
Great, thanks guys.